Many Jews around the world support the liberation of Palestinians. These in the arts who have stayed silent for fear of being accused of anti-Semitism must speak up in solidarity with their fellow artists. Now is the time. We are many, and together we make a difference in cultural spaces. We challenge the BBC for taking down the documentary How to Survive a War Zone, where a campaign sought to discredit the film and filmmakers, using the father of 14-year-old Abdullah, one of the film's child protagonists. His father served as Gaza's Deputy Minister of Agriculture, a civil service role concerned with food production. Conflating such governance roles with terrorism is both factually incorrect and dehumanizing. And where was the safeguarding of this child by the BBC? Abdullah should be protected in the same way as any other child would. But he wasn't. He was cruelly exposed to the world as being associated with terrorism, based on political interference to further demean Palestinians. And to distract from the violence and genocide inflicted upon the people of Palestine. Abdullah deserves to be seen and heard. And shamefully, they have instead repeated the racist line that they had serious concerns that it was linked to terrorism and was anti-Israeli propaganda. Israel is a foreign state accused of breaking international law and committing genocidal acts by the ICJ, the UN, and this is supported by many countries around the world. The UK, US and EU have been weak in backing these condemnations from judges, experts and leading academics, and instead have continued to fund the genocide, making them complicit in the mass murder of around 48,000 Palestinians in Gaza. The Met have used terrorism charges against these protesting. They've arrested and targeted activists and an activist speaking and attending a recent march. This is intimidation and scare tactics to trigger fear in an attempt to silence us. But we must not be intimidated. In a shameful move by the RTS, they made the decision to cancel a special award for Palestinian journalists in Gaza. Hundreds of journalists in Gaza have been killed doing their job. With evidence, some of them were deliberately targeted. We will not stand for nefarious acts of silencing Palestinian voices to continue. The genocide must end immediately. And we continue to call on the UK government to put pressure on Israel by way of an arms embargo and sanctions. Never again means never again for anyone, because no one is free until Palestine is free.